We joke a lot on Cringe Fest. We laugh at the absurdity, the messiness, the secondhand embarrassment. But let's be real for a second. Trolls don't just pop up and disappear with their one-liners and outdated insults. Sometimes they latch on. Sometimes that one rude comment is the thing that replays in your head right before you're about to hit record or launch something. They plant little seeds of self-doubt, make you question your voice, your body, your worth. And even when you know better, they still sting. Because the human brain is wild. It grabs onto negativity like Velcro. So this episode is both a roast and a reminder. For every troll who tries to silence you, there's power in laughing at their ridiculousness and reclaiming your narrative. Let's talk about trolls, not the ones under bridges, though, honestly, the vibes are similar. I'm talking about the kind of people who leave rage comments on other people's content while surrounded by pizza boxes and emotional damage. Today, I present to you our featured trolls of the week, Trolls in the Wild.
Look at this one. She thinks she's so cute. I'd like to see what she looks like without the filters.
The classic "she thinks she's so pretty, how dare she be confident" troll, a personal fave. Because how dare a woman have confidence on the internet? Didn't you know you're supposed to hate yourself quietly and exclusively offline? Women aren't allowed to like how they look without someone popping up like, "Simmer down, princess. Know your place." If you've ever hesitated to post a selfie or wear that outfit because of people like this, please know. Someone else's insecurity about your confidence is not your burden to carry. Their discomfort is not your flaw. Let's see who's up next.
No, I don't spend 3 to 4 hours a day here on the weekend to get away from my family. I have a great life. What are you talking about?
Ah, yes. The "I have a great life" troll, broadcasting from her mobile panic room at the local Starbucks. Nothing screams contentment like passive-aggressive denial paired with seasonal lattes and repressed resentment. The "I'm totally fine" live from a cafe she treats like witness protection. There's something so poetic about people trying to flex stability while actively running from it. People project. A lot. And when someone mocks you for finding joy, peace, or even just a moment of stillness, they're often just mad they can't do the same. You don't owe anyone proof that your life is worthy, like our next trolls is.
Instead of making videos, why don't you just get a real job and get your life together like the rest of us?
There it is, the real job purist. Usually seen in wild habitats like cluttered kitchens and outdated mindsets. She's angry, but mostly at the fact that someone else got out of the grind and didn't need her permission. This one always shows up when you mention you work online. "Get a real job," they scream, from the ruins of a living room that looks like a raccoon got into a TJ Maxx clearance bin. Listen, Karen, if misery loves company, I respectfully decline the invite. Working online, building something different, being creative, it's real, and it's valid. You don't need to be miserable to be legitimate. You're allowed to choose joy and pay your bills.
You're fat and ugly. Who do you think you are posting dancing videos? You're stupid, and no one wants to hear your crap. Get back in the kitchen where you belong.
There he is, the apex troll. Always a dream date, even mid-chew. Always misogynistic, just our type. This man was kind enough to pause his third hot dog to lovingly remind us to go back to the kitchen. Sir, if you were in my life, I'd live in the kitchen. You truly inspire me. This one comes with a side of mustard and pure audacity. Always fascinating when people criticize your looks and you realize it's only because they obviously have spent the entire day getting ready to go out in public. His appearance is strong and masculine, and I'll bet he's an excellent provider too. And it's guys like this you want to listen to, right? I know he set me straight. His opinion matters? I think not. When someone tries to weaponize your appearance, what they're really saying is, "You scare me. I don't know how to handle your presence." So they act out against you, trying to somehow make themselves feel better. I just don't understand how that's supposed to work. Even if you're bombarded with insults like those, please know you're worthy. You're powerful. And you're definitely allowed to speak and share your message, no matter that you don't fit into the mold of people's insecurities. It's their insecurities. Do not let them become your own. Trolls want to make you shrink. They want to distract you with shame, so you forget how powerful you are. But the truth is, their comments don't define you. Unless you adopt them as truths, of course. Trolls like these think they're anonymous, but they're all just reusing the same scripts from the basement of insecurity. If you've dealt with trolls like this, or better yet, if you are one, drop a comment. I need content for episode 5. Now, I didn't post anyone's name or profile image. I really want to. I really believe they deserve it, even though that's not my style. I'm so very tempted. But then I remember that those who are living their best lives aren't necessarily doing this, except other creators that try to bring down their counterparts. Don't worry. We'll do a whole episode on that one. So I'll just leave it at that. Leave it to karma to continue providing them with the lives they so deserve. You know, last year I posted a few reels that resulted in quite an ugly troll uprising. It was a short little video that mentioned a word that seemed to call out the trolls from under those bridges, from behind the rose-colored glasses they wear. The word was mystic. I was accused of having relations with animals, eating human flesh, and all sorts of lewd things by a man named Roger. Seriously, it was frightening that someone who claims to be pure had such a detailed explanation of the things he thought I must be doing. It really makes you wonder about what his fantasies are. I mean, not really. Not at all. But it makes you wonder about his mental health. So I pretty much shut down that account because I really didn't want to be a part of that hatred coming at me. You know, others chimed in with that nonsense. Then there was Glenn and his comments. He deleted them after I thanked him for helping to raise my engagement and boost me up on the algorithm. But not Roger, he just came up with more and more until I reported him. Here's what I really want to say to anyone watching this, especially if you're a creator, a healer, a speaker, a woman putting any part of yourself online. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to be confident. You are allowed to share your voice, your face, your work, your weirdness, your light. Trolls show up because you're visible. That's it. That's the whole reason. And their comments? They're not mirrors. They're projections. Their words are shaped by their own limitations, their fears, their frustrations, their jealousy, their smallness. But that doesn't mean they don't land sometimes. Because if you've ever second-guessed yourself before posting, if you've ever looked at a hateful comment and thought, maybe they're right, you're not alone. We've all had those moments. And I want you to know, you're still allowed to show up anyway. That self-doubt, it's not a stop sign. It's just a signal that you're doing something that matters. The world doesn't need less of your voice. It needs more, especially now. So if you've been hiding, dimming your light, playing small because someone once told you you were too much, this is your sign to stop holding back. Speak louder, laugh harder, create messier, show up anyway. Your presence is powerful. Your story is valid. And the trolls? They're just background noise in the epic, soul-expanding journey that you are here to live. And trust me, they'll never be brave enough to create what you create. So, post that video, share your magic, and if anyone has something snarky to say about it, just send them to Cringe Fest. I've got space on the roster for next week. You are allowed to be loud, joyful, ambitious, successful, imperfect, and visible. Just don't be a troll. And remember, don't do anything cringy to anyone else this week. But do write in with your cringy experiences, and we can cringe out in a safe place.